Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Jade. When we left off, Ruby had just inquired about our weapon and showed us hers. Now I might have hinted at, air quotes, as in blatantly said that we're going to get some character development for the MC in this episode. So without further ado, let's get started. Also, my apologies if I sound out of breath, I was just doing yard work for my grandmother. So, let me read this line and enjoy the art. It happens all in a swift second, and it shocks me much more than Miss Glinda's light construct, because how could someone so small keep hidden something this big? Better yet, how can someone as small as Ruby carry around something this heavy? Ruby apparently loves my reaction, if her grin is any indication. Did she make that scene just as a setup to this reveal? Her name is Crescent Rose. Ain't she the most beautiful thing in the world? She's a sight/high-power sniper rifle with extra mid-range rifle mode. Where did you even get something like this? Her grin widens as she plants the scythe into the ground and leans on it, smiling like the cat who ate the canary. Fun fact, in earlier versions of Jade, there actually used to be a different art you saw here, which more fits this description, where the scythe is on the ground, she's leaning into it, as opposed to here where it looks like she's just spun it out and she's kind of twirling it a little bit. Personally, I prefer this art. I think it's much more beautiful. It does make her eyes look a little bit odd. Her eyes are silver in the show, and here they look more yellowish, but still wonderful art overall. Really appreciate it. Really shows off, very similar to how she looks in the show. Well, I know this girl. She's kind of awesome, does not need fashion advice, and also happens to know how to build these babies. You built this at your age? Her only answer is to grin harder, if that's even possible. Penny watches on, amused by her friend's antics. Okay, your turn now. Show me yours. I don't have a weapon. Dead silence. Music cuts out. What do you mean you don't have a weapon? Even Jean had a weapon when he arrived. For those of you who don't know, Jean would be the character who only discovered Aura in his exam. That Jean is who they are referring to. We'll meet him later on. Ruby Wilson is... Penny trails off and looks at me as if to ask for my permission. I smile and nod. If she's Penny's friend, then she's also my friend, I decide. If Penny likes her, she can't be a bad person, no? And the headmaster didn't tell me not to tell anyone about my situation anyways. He's what? You see, this morning... And that's the gist of it. Wow, you sure you didn't drop from the moon or something? I don't know, I guess it's possible. Not really, I was just thrown from somewhere, I guess? But that's more boring. Someone erased my brain, put me in a fake meteor, and hurled it at a city, and you call that boring? I said more boring. It's still very interesting, and kind of spooky, but the best stories are. Shame you don't have a weapon, though. I didn't have any clothes on me when I arrived, let alone weapons. Alright, before we continue, there's something I forgot to mention. When the MC, David or Wilson, I named him Wilson, asks Ruby, you built this at your age? Keep that in mind for later. That one line will be very funny if you remember it for much later on in the game. Now, let's get back to it. I mean no normal clothes. I was in my sleepwear. Much less creepy. To put it lightly. We should probably provide you with a weapon, though. No hunter should be without a weapon, both for survival and coolness factor. There are no hunters who fight barehanded, I guess? Never completely. My sister is a hand-to-hand combat specialist, but she has combat gloves. Without a weapon, it's real hard to use dust during fights. Personally, dust, which is basically the closest thing to magic you'll be seeing anytime soon, is nature's wrath in hand. Fire, lightning, ice. And even though she says it's real hard to use dust, it is explicitly stated in the World of Remnant part of the show, that some people can just infuse dust in their bodies. We will see it in the show at some point. I don't think we'll ever see it in Jade. And personally, if I were in the RWBY universe, that's what I'd do. I'd get dust tattoos all up my arms, just snap my fingers to create explosions or something. But, you know, it does apparently hurt. That's probably the main downside to just directly infusing it into your body. Oh, yep, here we go. Oh, and dust is a mineral imbued with the power of the elements. You can use it raw, but it's pretty volatile like that. Don't worry, we will be using it raw. So weapons or bust? 'Cause no weapon, no dust. Heh, I like her already. Any idea where I could get a weapon then? Sounds kinda important. I don't think you'll find weapons like Ruby's scythe in any ordinary shop. Damn straight. So what about you build it for him, Ruby? Huh? You are perfectly able to build a functional one if your scythe is any indication. Well, yeah, but... And I'm certain whatever you'll make will be more advanced and awe-inspiring than any commercially available weaponry we may acquire from a shop. Can't deny that, no. Oh, she's playing her well. So what about I supply you with the materials and you build it, and then you can choose the name. It's going to be a most awesome name. Great, we need it by the end of the week then. Thanks, Ruby, you're awesome. By the end of the week it shall... Wait a minute, that's in 3 days. Hook, line, and sinker. I'll get you the materials tomorrow morning. Ooh, I don't like working on a deadline. Sorry, Ruby, I would very much like to mount an opposition, but you've made it clear that it's kind of vital for me to have a weapon. Kinda hoisted by your own petard there, Rubes. Sorry, Ruby. Anything I can do to help or repay you, just ask. As long as it's not money. Oh, you will help and repay me, alright. 3 nighters are a lot of cookies. Oh, I should look into getting a part-time job or something once I pass this test. What kind of weapon do you even want, anyways? What kind of weapon? Yeah, sword, rifle, dagger. I need a basic shape to work off of. Hey, you okay there? Penny, is he okay? Wilson, what's wrong? A whip. A whip? But also a gauntlet? I don't know what... My head feels kind of light. Penny gently grabs my right arm, scrutinizing me in worry. Remember how I said we'd learn a little bit more about David? I don't know if you would describe it as a flashback. I don't know if you would describe it as a memory coming through, or maybe it's neither of those things, but he's clearly got some predisposition to go for a whip. And something that I personally find interesting is, maybe this is just the exception, but whips aren't usually combat weapons. They're usually used for driving animals, or, I don't know, torturing someone. But, you know, we'll have to keep on playing to see if the fact that he's choosing a whip as his weapon actually has any indication into his past. Are you alright? Maybe you still need some rest. No, I'm fine. I just got lost in thought for an instant. Okay, but just in case we actually do need to make you lay down, I'd better show you to your dorm room already. I agree. Penny, I can walk on my own. I'm fine. You sure? On a scale of 1 to 100, how would you rate your current discomfort? A whip and a gauntlet, Oh my god, this is going to be the best weapon ever. After Crescent Rose, of course. Well, here's your new pad. How do you like it? It's really nice, Ruby. Are all the team rooms in Beacon like this? Kind of, but every team is allowed a certain level of customization. They're also expected to take care of any unscheduled cleaning, particularly in the kitchen. Understood. Come on, Wilson, let's get you in bed. Penny, I swear, I'm feeling fine. I don't need to... Oh, I think you do. Considering the amount of activity and excitement you've had today, you probably need a longer than average period of rest. Her grip on my arm doesn't relent. It seems I'm not getting out of this. I sit on the bed and only then does Penny seem satisfied. Alright then, now you stay here while I get you something to eat, alright? The mess hall should be open by now, but I'd better accompany you since you're not a student yet. Many thanks, Ruby. We'll be back soon, okay? Take your time. I'm not going anywhere. Well then, I'm all alone now. I look around the room, finding it nicely furnished with 4 single beds, and with 4 single beds. I guess that's the standard team size of Beacon Academy. That one in the corner kinda looks more like a double to me. Maybe not a twin, probably closer to a queen. What am I talking about? Twin are small ones. Yeah, that's definitely at least a queen. There's luggage piled at the feet of 2 beds. One set of suitcases is white, metallic looking, which I guess means it's Penny's stuff. It reminds me of the uniform that general guy was wearing. The other set is kind of peculiar. The suitcases are made of fabric, but with an overall dark pink tone. But they're covered in patches of different and more often than not eye-burning colors. I mean, acid green on dark pink? Who does that? Then again, maybe Veil Fashion has different parameters than the nothing in my mind. I let myself fall on my back on the bed. Now that I'm alone, my mind has no qualms about filling itself with questions and wonder. Who exactly am I? Is Wilson even my real name? And why would someone do this to me? This seems way too elaborate for a personal vendetta. If whoever did this to me had a grudge, just removing all my memories would have been a much worse state to wake up in, not even knowing how to say, "Help me." And of all the places where to leave me, why Vale City? And why in such a bold way? Wondering about this right now is useless. I turn on my side and close my eyes. I guess I'll take a little nap before the girls come back. Damn, this bed is comfier than I thought. I immediately fell asleep, hard, like a particularly tired brick. Although that begs the question. Inconceivable. No fair, no fair, no fair. If this is so comfortable, and I was so tired mentally and physically, why am I waking up? Shuffle, shuffle. Maybe I need to get closer, but I'm so close already. Ah, that might have to do with the person currently moving around on my bed, disturbing my sleep. The voice is unfamiliar, so whoever it is, it's not Penny or Ruby. It's a complete stranger. A complete stranger is in my bed, shuffling around. Yeah, that's enough to get my brain to execute the wake up function. And here we meet our 3rd team member. Yeah, that's a complete stranger indeed. Look at those double irises. Maybe it's because of his semblance, but I've never had any problems with those before. I love giving her a silly voice, because just look at how absurd she looks. Although she does look very cool while being absurd. Look at those eyes. Purple hair and those eyes with double irises. Her clothes are peculiar and remind me of the suitcases near one of the beds. So this is the other occupant of the room? Ah, this is useless. Let's try physical contact. In a way, this is exciting. Discovering new uses and limitations of my semblance. Fun. What is she talking about? She's so focused on whatever she's doing that she hasn't noticed that I woke up. Wilson, how are you feeling? We brought you... That's got to be the most awkward scene to walk home to. Oh, hi Penny, Ruby. Oh, hi there. We didn't mean to interrupt? Ah, it's okay. I wasn't getting anywhere anyways. So, what's his semblance? I think it's stopping me from... Get away from Wilson! Thanks, Penny. Thanks, Penny. Ooh, you're awake? Then I can ask you directly. I said get off him! Oh, wow. I've never seen a flying tackle executed with such precision. Whoops! But the strange girl dodged easily, jumping off the bed while Penny landed on it, sitting between me and her like a mama bear protecting her cubs. So stingy. Who are you? What are you doing? And what were you trying to do to Wilson? Nothing bad. I was just observing him, but for some reason I failed, so I was trying to observe him harder. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You're our roommate, right? Your clothes look like your bags. It's actually the other way around, since I made the bags after I made the clothes. But yeah, smart guy. The name's Evelyn Damrot. Nice to meet ya. You mean that not only are you going to sleep in the same rooms as the two of us, but you're also going to be placed on our team, making the arrangement not transitory? Clever girl. Yes, that's the gist of it. I see. Penny gets off my bed and walks towards one of the others, specifically the one parallel to mine, on the opposite side of the room. If you were wondering why there were two beds here, right next to each other, in the model, this would be why. Welp, my bed is now king-sized. Ah, aren't you cute being all jealous? Wilson is currently very tired and vulnerable. Whatever you're trying to do, I won't let you take advantage of him. I wasn't doing anything bad, I swear. I just wanted to know more about my new roomie. And you couldn't have waited for me to wake up to ask? Ah, that's right, I could have. Aw, look at that. Look at that huge smile when she laughs. She missed the more obvious solution and went for the more extravagant and borderline creepy one of just doing something to me in my sleep. Oh joy, our roommate is weird. So, I think Wilson was supposed to eat dinner or something? Oh, right. I followed Penny Eyes to the door, where the tray with my food lays forgotten in her earlier jump. Let me get that for you. No, I can, Penny seems to be torn between leaving me on guard and going to take my food, but in the end decides to stay put, allowing Evelyn to collect it. Well, you all seem settled in, so I'd better go work on that weapon. See you tomorrow. Thanks, Ruby. Your next thanks better be in crumbly scrumptious form. You hear me? What was that last part? I think she meant to use the word scrumptious. Oh, what did she actually say? Scrupulous. Yeah, okay. I think she meant to use the word scrumptious. She wants to be painting cookies? What a weirdo! What? Something on my face? Oh. What? Something on my face? Alright, I think we'll go for a little bit longer. The night has been long and thankfully uneventful. Penny has been watching Evelyn. Evelyn has behaved for the rest of the night, but the red-headed girl on guard mode eventually unnerved the eccentric tailor. So this morning, following my suggestion, we've reached an agreement. Fine, I promise. No, you have to say it out loud. I won't use my semblance on my teammates without asking first. Much appreciated, Evelyn. She sighs loudly, looking like she had just given up something really important to her, or a source of great amusement. Things you do for your teammates. So, now that we're all at ease with each other, the exam is 2 days from now, right? Indeed, which means I should go down to Vale and pick up the materials Ruby will need for your weapon indeed, Wilson. Then I could show Wilson around. I'm from Mistral, but it's not the first time I've been in Beacon or Vale, so I can give him the lay of the land. I don't know. Come on, Penny. She promised to be good, no? And we should at least try trusting her if we're going to be stuck together during the exam. The exam and more. I promise to scream for help if something happens. We'll keep to open spaces with lots of people. And I'll write her name in blood on the asphalt if she hurts me. Huh? Penny? We're just joking. Yeah, it's not like he'd have time to... I slap one of my hands over Evelyn's face and give her a small glare, as if to say, shush. Okay, you can go. Penny stood from the table as she said that. I blinked and realized she hadn't had breakfast. Penny, what about your breakfast? Oh, don't worry, I will eat something in town. It's just that I want to be at the part shop at opening hour, and I have to go to Ruby first and ask her what she needs, so... I see. Try and drink some water for that hiccup first, at least. I will. I will see you later, then. Damn, I hope her hiccups aren't like mine. Ow! Ew! You licked me. You were keeping a hand over my mouth. You licked my hand, and it was delicious. I suddenly want Penny to come back. Well then, what do you want to see first? I guess I should familiarize myself with the school, but what about we finish breakfast first? Let's go then. Pick a place and I'll show you around. Let's start from the top and work our way down. Ozpin's office. Currently in the game, there's no function to Ozpin's office. In the future, you're supposed to be able to come to him for advice, but right now, sometimes scenes will take place here, but if you click on it at any point in the day, Ozpin says, "What can I do for you?" And you say, "Nothing right now." Good morning, Mr. Kabigas. Evelyn. Hey, headmaster. The headmaster's office doesn't look too different from the previous day, except for the lack of assistant and general. Also, I just realized he always carries around some kind of cup. I wonder if it's tea or coffee he's drinking. Personally, I am a tea man myself. I will take tea any day of the week. And if there's no tea, I will just drink nothing, because I will never touch coffee. Anything I can do for you? Not right now, headmaster. Evelyn's showing me around the school. Want to become better acquainted with my teammate and stuff. That is a commendable idea. Especially considering that there'll probably be all this between me and death or expulsion during the exam. And speaking of teammates... Headmaster, is there going to be a fourth person joining us? Our apartment has 4 beds. Alright, I gotta lean back and blow my nose. Let me get away from the mic for a second. Alright, much better. Yes. Hopefully before the exam. Sadly, certain circumstances have come up. She will join the 3 of you on the day of the exam. She? So it's another girl. Too bad. I wanted to observe her a bit before the exam. Evelyn, no. Just a little bit? She won't even notice. You promised not to. To my teammates, but upon meeting her, she won't be my teammate yet. I'll just have to do it before we say words to each other. Oh, believe me, there will be words if you act the way you acted with me to someone not half asleep. It's wonderful to see that you're already getting along. Look at that smug face. He's enjoying this. One of the most important bonds you'll make at Beacon is the one with your teammates. All hunters and huntresses remain tied to their teammates in one way or another after graduation. Huh? Told you we'd be stuck together a lot longer than just the exam. Hunters and huntresses are supposed to become paragons of strength, staunch pillars of support for a remnant, able to stand alone against the tides of darkness, but it's only when they come together that they can overcome the greatest adversaries. Or adversities. I guess that goes double for simple students. Precisely. Naturally, thanks for the pep talk, headmaster. Come on, Wilson, we've got a lot more school to see. If you ever need advice, my door is always open. Like I said, in the future, we should be able to come to him to ask him questions. Thank you, headmaster. I just realized, he expects me to become a hunter, doesn't he? Not much else you can do in life. Alright, so there is a lot more to see, but not enough time in this episode to see everything else. I will give you guys a little quick sneak peek at some of the things. So every morning, you will, except for the first day, once you've passed the exam, you will go to the classroom. You have to go to the classroom. You can't go anywhere else. You can't ditch. But for the rest of the school, you will be able to hang out with 2 members of Team Ruby in the dormitory once you've gotten the event that lets you. Another member here at the classroom, Ruby herself, you won't be able to hang out with, but you can improve your combat skills here, your, I don't know what you would call it, reading skills, air quotes, here, your knowledge of dust here, and your aura here. You'll be actually meeting with a member of Team Juniper in the amphitheater. And at the mess hall, you can earn some money. The amphitheater at night is one of the most important areas in the school, and there is a certain event I will be showing you how that you want to activate right there. You have to do 2 other things. It involves taking pictures outside, but you want to do it as soon as possible. And with that, I must bid you farewell. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time on Let's Play Jade, a Ruby fan game.